loch fishing is one of the most traditional forms of fly fishing there is. The flies go back 300, 400, 500 years, some of them. The methods have been developed over countless years. And what we are going to do in this programme is have a look at the different sorts of flies that are used to catch trout in Irish and Scottish lochs and how those flies can be presented. We're starting off in March on a coolish day, brusty, horrible sunshine coming out of the sky, the slightest ripple, hardly a wave, and John Todd, my best pal from Ireland, and I are going to go and see if we can catch you a trout. So here we go. The traditional method of fishing a lake is known as fishing adrift, which is what we're doing now. I'm on the oar so I can move us in and out to try and follow the contours of the lake, and we're drifting down the lake with the breeze behind. Preferably it would have been a wind behind, but no wind today. Breeze is an exaggeration, John says that he's correct. Now, you would have 2 or 3 flies and you cast them out, as John's doing, and you bring them back at a rate which is faster than the boat's drifting, so that they are moving against any flow, any wave, whatever. They look alive. And then when you get nearer the boat, you lift your rod end up and you just bring the top fly through the wave. Haha, we haven't got a wave today, but if there was a wave, through the wave, to imitate perhaps an emerging insect. Now, that is the traditional method. That's what John's doing. You'll see he's fishing much faster than I am. I'm, because of the conditions, which are absolutely awful, fishing leaded flies. I've got 2 leaded flies. I'll just give us a pull on the oar. I'm fishing 2 leaded flies, and the 2 leaded flies are taking me down deep. See, I'm just letting them sink. Now, I reckon I can just see the bottom, and I reckon you can see down to about 8 feet. So we're in the shallow water, which is where the trout should be. And I'm hoping to bring these fairly close to the bottom. Occasionally I might well pick the bottom up and perhaps take a trout that may be feeding very deep. That was the bottom, so I know I'm at about the right depth. Now John is in the top few inches of the lake. He is very, very shallow beneath the surface. But it's this shallow water. A lot of people find it very difficult to understand, you know, why you're at this. We're fishing close to the bank, where in fact you can almost cast from the bank. Well, this is a lazy way. We don't have to stand up and walk. If you were fishing along, we've got more access to more shallow water than the bank fisher has. But in most lakes, you'll find most of your trout in very, very shallow water, often very dangerous water. And if you don't know the lake, only a fool would put a boat onto it, especially if there's a wind. So we're fishing very shallow water. I often see Englishmen especially coming across to one of the Irish or up to the Scottish lakes, fishing there for the first time and being completely and utterly bemused by the fact that they're in the deep water and there's no fish there.
Yep, fish.
He's into a fish. Well done, John.
There you go, Malcolm.
Good effort, John. That's a good fish. And that, Malden claret, great loch fly. Well done. I've just had a fish to a claret bumble on the dropper, but my Connemara black isn't catching anything. So what I'm going to do is take the Connemara black off and put the Malden claret on, because that's what John caught on earlier. So let's see if the Malden claret and the claret bumble are a better combination. Now, as the light's going, the fish are feeding at the top. Here we go. So we're now slowly working the flies through the waves. Here we go. Come on, fish. Here we go. Let's see how we go. Slowly drifting down with, and there we go, fish. Now, what's this one taken? Let's have a look. And another fish swirled near that one. So there's something going on. There's a lot of fish here. That's on the point and on the Malden claret. Brilliant.